some of the ways that trauma, usually the reason why we push people away, the reason why people don't want to commit to us a lot of the times, is because we're giving off. Sometimes we don't have a chemistry. Sometimes we don't have chemistry with them, and that's fine. But the ones that hurt the most are the ones where we're the ones causing the problem, where there is potential, like fertile ground, but we're causing the ground to become unfertile. And so why does that happen? Right? Why do we push people away with our insecurities? Insecurities are pretty much the past in the present. In other words, it's pretty much you bring in the past, not letting go of it, and using that to see the world. And that insecurity, people could smell it. It's almost like having food from yesterday that is rotting today and trying to eat it. People will smell that and run away from it. And why does that happen? Well, essentially, when you enjoy something, or when you resist something. For example, let's just say you meet somebody who is perfect for you, right? And that experience is so good that you live in this high state. You're in a high. And that high feels so good that it's almost like when you go on the moon, you put you stamp your flag of America, right? To say I'm here. You almost stamp a flag that says, I like this, and this is how I want to see myself in the future. And this person that I feel right now, which is an enhancement of my self-esteem, it feels good. I want to keep this going. And so from that moment on, there's a timeline. Time is created. You stamp a flag of time that would then be remembered and bring you back to that moment. If you lose that thing, you will think back to the moment you first met this person and say, I want to keep this enhanced self. And so it creates a timeline, literally a timeline. You create time, which naturally causes suffering. And as a result, that projection of keeping this emotion, of keeping this new reality of self, becomes superimposed on the reality of the present moment with the fog of time. In other words, if you lose this person, or you begin to fear losing this person, that timestamp of time would then send a message of panic. Hey, I don't want to lose this. This is really important. I want to keep this self-image that I have that's tied to this person. And that causes anxiety. That causes you to lose the ability to feel your body, to experience the world, and you become unhappy. And then as a result, as a way to escape this feeling, you change the person. Or this feeling of fear will marinate your nonverbal cues, will be marinated in your voice inflection, in your reactions. There'll be anxiety radiating from you. And that anxiety will push people away. That anxiety will turn people off. That anxiety can make somebody who would have treated you perfectly will then begin to take you for granted. So you want to learn to practice being present in the moment to fix this. Now, why is that? You first want to learn how to shut down your mind through meditation. Why? The reason why you practice not thinking is so that whenever you feel pain, whenever you feel any kind of insecurity or discomfort, you learn to feel the pain without thinking. The key to overcoming this natural insecurity of losing a person, which if it's intense enough, it'll create this self-image of insecurity, and you'll have this tension in your character that will come across as desperate. And if it's intense enough, will cause you to have a compulsion to want to control your environment at all costs. And so as a result, you'll want to get certainty. You'll want to hear from them if they like you. You'll develop impatience. You'll want to speed things up. If you sense that they're losing interest, you'll start chasing. Or you'll be in such an anxiety state that all you're doing is looking at what they're saying, what they're trying to do, or trying to predict what they'll say and change your opinions to reflect back what they think. People will sense that. They'll sense that you're not really being yourself, and they're not going to be consciously aware of it. What will happen is that they'll just get turned off. So you practice learning not to think through meditation for this reason, so that you could feel the emotion without creating a story. You gotta understand, words control your emotions. Me, I could easily hurt you if I know exactly what to tell you. You could easily get yourself in a depressed state if you think about the right things or if you imagine the right things, right? It's really easy. So you can see how the reason why you have so many fluctuating emotions, so many anxiety, is because you're thinking about things that will make you anxious. The problem is not focusing on the emotion. The problem is just uncontrollable thoughts. So by you bringing all of your attention to the emotion, feel it, feel the surroundings of the emotion, bring all of your attention. Naturally, you're stripping energy from your mind, and your mind will not be able to reinforce and create even more suffering. That's why it's important to practice mindful meditation. So you feel the insecurity. What if you just feel insecurity without thinking or linking the emotion to a point in time? You have to understand, remember when I said you plant that flag of like you met a guy and he's great, you met a girl and she's great, and you're like, yes, I found the guy. And now you're walking in a high. In that moment, you don't want to let go of that. And as a result, you stamp it, boom, I want to keep this. And now from now on, there's a deep-seated insecurity deep down in your mind that you don't want to lose this person, right? And what you want to do, what links that insecurity, what creates the insecurity is the thought of losing them, not the feeling. Because the feeling then creates the thoughts that enhances the feeling. So what you want to do is just feel the emotion from within. Just feel it. Imagine the feeling of insecurity, right? Just imagine the feeling of insecurity or the feeling of anxiety or the feeling of depression. What I want you to just do is just to feel it. Feel it more. Bring all of your attention to it. Look at it with your eyes. Bring so much attention to the feeling of whatever the hell you're feeling, the insecurity. Feel it so deeply that it takes up all of your conscious attention. And what happens is that over time, by you bringing presence, by you bringing your deepest attention, almost like you're focusing on your child and you're looking at your child, bringing all of your attention to your child, just like that, you're bringing all of your attention to the emotion. You feel it. You don't think, because when you think, it means you're not focusing hard enough. Feel the feeling of whatever you're feeling. What happened is that actually, what that means is that you surrender to it. Naturally, then your thoughts will say, but it means that this is because this person left me, or I don't want to lose this person. No. When you feel that, return to the feeling. Notice your breath. Notice your feet. Do everything possible to bring all of your senses to your consciousness, and bring all of your attention to the feeling. So if I tell you, feel the emotion that you're feeling right now. Okay. Now feel it even more. Now feel it even more. Go as deep as possible to the sensation of feeling the body. And what would happen is that if you just stay there, lock your attention there, whatever happens around you, lock all of your attention to that, you'll notice no thoughts will arise. Or better yet, ask yourself, what's lacking inside of me? What's lacking? Just ask yourself, what's lacking from within? And just observe. Don't judge. Just observe what's lacking. Nothing's lacking. That emptiness, that peace is what, if you do this over time, it'll radiate a peace. Your face will radiate peace. Your body will radiate peace. Your life will radiate peace. You'll bring people who also radiate peace, or who are seeking that peace. You will repel people who are troublemakers, who bring drama into your life consistently. By you learning how to apply what I just taught you, you pretty much hold the key to freedom. Freedom from your mind and freedom from your compulsive, repetitive habit that become triggered when you feel insecure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 8, 19, and one is 14, 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're going to be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one would teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace, and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women of power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship, and this a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you can read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so most likely I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you can pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.